What's up, guys? Welcome back. The holiday season is in full swing, and if you're tired of turkey and ham, I have just the thing you need. Today, I'll be showing you how to make the ultimate pot roast recipe. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that bell to enable notifications as well. And this episode is sponsored by Stamps.com. If you're looking for ways to skip the trip to the post office and dodge all that hectic holiday shopping traffic, why not save some time and money with Stamps.com? Stamps.com lets you compare rates, print labels, and access exclusive discounts on UPS and USPS services all year long. And really, it just makes sense, especially if you're a business that sends more mail and packages during the holidays like me. Whether you're selling online or running an office or a side hustle, Stamps.com can save you so much time, money, and stress during the holidays. Access all the post office and UPS shipping services you need without having to take the trip, and get discounts you can't find anywhere else, like 40% off USPS rates and 76% off UPS. If you're anything like me and you spend more than a few minutes per week dealing with mail and shipping, Stamps.com is an absolute lifesaver. There you have it, folks. Save time and money this holiday season with Stamps.com. I want you guys to sign up at Stamps.com/MrMakeItHappen for a special offer that includes a 4-week free trial, postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitment required. That's Stamps.com/MrMakeItHappen. All right, guys, meet me in the kitchen. Let's make it happen. First things first, we gotta get our prep work out of the way, and that means we need to prep some potatoes. We have some celery, some carrots, some garlic, and some onions. Go ahead and peel those carrots, and we'll cut them into about 1.5 inch size pieces. You can really cut them however you want, honestly. We're gonna add them towards the end, that way they don't get too soggy. I like to cut mine in half like you see right here. There we go. No right or wrong way to do this, guys. Prep your veggies however you want. You can really add whatever veggies you want also. If you don't like carrots, you can leave them out. If you don't like celery, you can leave that out as well. I like all three, so we're going with the carrots, celery, and the onion, just like a traditional pot roast calls for. Once the veggies are prepped, we're gonna go ahead and add our potatoes to a mixing bowl, and we're gonna clean them up. Today, I'm using Yukon Gold and Red just for a little additional color, but you can use whatever potatoes you want. We're gonna run them under some cold water, make sure they get nice and clean, get in there with your hands and clean them up. And now, my friends, it's time to move on to the chuck roast. When you're shopping for a chuck roast, you wanna try to find one that's nice and even. This one is almost perfectly square, so I lucked up. You also want to be looking for good marbling, and marbling is basically the white lines of fat that you see throughout the meat. That indicates that it has a good fat content. It'll get nice and tender when you braise it. So now that we picked the right piece of meat from the store, it's time to season it with the right seasonings. And I have the dynamic duo here. We have the original all-purpose and the spicy all-purpose. You can get that via the link in my description box. If you haven't tried it already, there's a discount code for you there as well. But you can also use whatever seasoning you like, guys. A little salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, some cayenne pepper if you want to add a little spice, a little smoked paprika maybe. Really season it with whatever you like on your pot roast. I'm keeping it pretty simple. Nice blend of salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. Now, this is a 2.5 pound piece of meat, so don't be shy with the seasoning. You want to make sure you season it adequately. My seasoning is also low sodium, so you can go a little bit heavier with that. If your seasoning that you're using at home is not low sodium and you're watching your salt content, you might want to tone it back a little bit. So next, we're going to go ahead and heat our Dutch oven over medium-high heat. Add a little avocado oil, and then we're going to place this pot roast down into that skillet, pressing down firmly to ensure it's making maximum surface area contact with our Dutch oven. This is super important, guys. You really want to sear your pot roast until it gets nice and brown on all sides. Oh man, that looks good. Same concept as cooking a steak. Basically, the searing process is very important. It adds color and flavor to your pot roast. So sear that bad boy for 3 to 4 minutes per side, or until it's brown and beautiful like you see right here. Tons of flavor getting locked in right there. We're gonna go ahead and remove it, place it on a plate until we need it for later. But that is a beautiful sear, I might say. All right, now we're going in with the tomato paste and 1 tablespoon of Better Than Bouillon beef base. As always, guys, specific measurements and ingredients are provided for you in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. We did skim off a little bit of the oil. We're gonna go ahead and give those two products a good mix into the Dutch oven, and then we're going in with some red wine. You're gonna bring that up to a boil and reduce that down to a simmer so we can cook off the alcohol. If you don't wanna cook with wine, I totally understand, no big deal. You can just use some beef stock there instead. Once it comes up to a boil, you want to continue whisking constantly. Then you'll reduce the heat down to a simmer. We're going in with 1 head of garlic that we chopped the top off of. And we're going in with 1 onion as well, just to give our pot roast a nice bed to sit on. And then we're going to cover it with some beef stock. We're going in with about 4 cups of beef stock, or until the pot roast is covered by about halfway. You don't want it fully submerged. You just want it to braise in there. You don't necessarily want it to boil inside the liquid. We're also going to add some herbs and aromatics, so we're going in with some thyme and some rosemary. We already got the garlic in there. Got to go in with a tablespoon of worst word in the world sauce. We're also going to add in 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce as well. The Better Than Bouillon product does have quite a bit of sodium in it, so you shouldn't need to salt it much more than that. We're going to bring this back up to a simmer, and then we're going to cover it with a lid and place it in a 325-degree oven for about 2.5 to 3 hours, or until the pot roast is nice and tender. During the last 20 minutes, that's when we're going in with our vegetables. So we're going to add in the potatoes, going in with the rest of our onions, the carrots, the celery. This is important because if you do it at the beginning, then everything's going to get real mushy. And I don't really like that. So I like to do it just like this. Once you have everything submerged in that liquid, we're going to cover it with a lid and place it back into that 325-degree oven for about 20 minutes or until the potatoes are nice and tender. And then we're going to give the pot roast a fork test to ensure that that is tender as well. It should pull apart very easily with 2 forks like you see right here. That is a great indicator that your pot roast is tender enough. That's how I like mine. Oh man, early little money shot. We're gonna go ahead and remove the pot roast into a platter. As you can see, it's plenty tender. It's breaking apart all over the place. And then we're gonna strain our liquid. So using this mesh strainer right here, we're gonna strain the liquid to make our gravy. And this is gonna be a fantastic gravy, guys. Trust me on this one. Once you have it strained, we're gonna add that liquid back to our Dutch oven, bring that up to a boil, and then we're gonna make a slurry, which is a combination of cold water and cornstarch. Give that a good whisk, and that's gonna help thicken up our gravy. So we're gonna pour that into our braising liquid, bring that up to a boil. Once it reaches a boil, you'll notice that it starts to thicken up pretty quickly. You can add more or less of a slurry depending on how thick you want your gravy consistency to be. Oh man, look at that gravy. It's all about the gravy, baby. Can't wait to eat this pot roast. This is one of my favorite cold weather foods right here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what other recipes you want to see. I know I have a pot roast recipe already on the channel, but we wanted to reshoot it now that the quality is a little bit better. And I changed a few things to the recipe. So give this one a try for Christmas or going into the new year. Brace yourself for a trademark money shot. This pot roast is just shredding super easy with these forks. Say it with me, guys, looking good. Only thing missing is a little extra gravy, so brace yourself for a trademark money shot because the gravy is on the way. Look at how tender that pot roast is. Now we're coming down with that beautiful gravy. I'm gonna give this a moment of silence because it deserves it. There we go, people. That, my friends, is pot roast. Only thing missing is a little fresh chopped parsley for a pop of color, and so you guys will click on that thumbnail. I can't wait much longer. I gotta get in there with a fork and give this a taste test. Make sure you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Please share this post to your social media so your boy can hit 300,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That is the goal, and I can't do it without you guys' help. Thank you so much for your love and support. This pot roast recipe is absolutely money. Give it a try this holiday season. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give your boy a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the bell to enable notifications. And as always, thank you for your support.